Hello everybody, I'm Wilhelmina and I play the cello and percussion, as you can see. And this presentation is all about me and my health conditions. I have Tourettes and OCD. So what is Tourette's syndrome? Tourette's syndrome is a neurological condition, so it means it's to do with your brain. So it sends messages to a part of your body, whether it be your fingers or your head, something that you need to either move a part of your body in a certain way, or make certain noises like I just did, like a click, or clap, or shout certain words or sentences. As you can see, I just did that as well. So they're called vocal tics and motor tics. I have so many different tics on a day-to-day basis, they change every day. But some of my most prominent vocal tics are pineapple, cat and jelly bean. But also, if I'm in class, I have lots of speaking tics that aren't necessarily true, they're more the opposite. So if I shout in the middle of the class, I hate this, or shut up, probably means that I'm probably most likely to actually be enjoying this and not wanting the teacher to shut up. So I don't do it on purpose, I'm not trying to get myself into trouble. That would just be a tic. Cat! Next thing is motor tics. Motor tics are the movement tics. And last year, I had lots of foot and ankle tics, just before Christmas till just after Easter. And so for that period of time, I was in a wheelchair or on crutches, which wasn't very nice. So most of you will have seen me last year, and sometimes, I'd push my wheelchair up some steps if there wasn't a ramp, and I'd, get up out of my wheelchair because I could walk. I wasn't paralysed. It was just I couldn't walk very far, which was why I was in a wheelchair. Now the next thing is something called echolalia. And if you see, it's written on the board twice, because echolalia is when you repeat something. You either echo what someone said, or you mimic their movement. So you don't do it because you're a copycat or you're trying to wind them up. You don't necessarily even want to. So someone might be saying in a sentence, "I love ice cream." I could then shout or say, "I love ice cream," even if I didn't, but of course I do. If I am mimicking you or doing the same things as you, I'm not doing it to wind you up. I'm not doing it to make you frustrated. I probably don't even want to be doing it myself. So just try to ignore it if I am. OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. That is why I wear 2 watches, because in my mind with OCD, I got a new watch for Christmas and I put it on. And now I can't take either of my watches off. Because in my head, if I took one or both of my watches off, something really bad would happen to my friends or family or one of you guys. In my head, that's what I think. For me, it would feel like something really bad was going to happen to someone that I knew or cared about. And that's a horrible feeling to be going through your head. And it's not just my 2 watches with my OCD. There are lots of things. It could be I can't share something, or I have to sit in a certain place, or I have to sit on the certain side of the dining hall. There are loads of different things that it could be. My next thing is stereotypes. I hate stereotypes because with both my condition there are stereotypes. So with my OCD, the stereotype is that, if you're neat and tidy, then you have OCD, or, "Oh, I'm a bit OCD, I like things organised." That doesn't mean you have OCD. You might be the messiest person and still have OCD. It could be OCD that you have to leave the same piece of rubbish on your floor in the same position. That could be OCD. And the picture behind me of the pencils, if you find that bugs you, doesn't mean you have OCD. That bugs me, but that's not part of my OCD. Now for Tourette's, the stereotype is swearing. So you think, "Oh, Tourette's is just that swearing disease where you swear in public." It is not. Only 10% of people who have Tourette's actually swear. And yes, it's horrible for those 10%. But like me, I don't have swearing tics, apart from my echolalia, which might mean that I copy someone else around school that's just sweared. It's a condition that has so many varieties, hardly ever is it just swearing. So how can you help? Well, usually I'm fine and I don't need much help, but if I do need help, then I'll ask. But one thing is, when I'm sat in class, usually I will have picked my seat. So if the seats haven't been organised and arranged, set seats, then I will set myself a seat. So once I sit down in that seat, I'm going to be in that seat for the whole of that year in that classroom. It might sound a bit weird, but if I sat in any other seat, then something bad would happen. So sometimes if you see me come in, to lessons and then I look a bit worried, then I leave. Usually because I've seen someone sit in my seat, and that really stresses me out because it's to do with my OCD. So if you see me sit in a set seat over a couple of weeks, probably best to avoid that seat. My next category is quite fun. This is all about fidget toys. So with my fidget toys, I have all sorts. I have all of the ones on the board behind me, the fidget cube, tangle toys, stretchy things, even the magnetic balls. And if you see the little games console thing, it is not a games console. It doesn't control anything, it's just plastic. There are little buttons on it and things to fiddle with. It doesn't do anything, it's just to fiddle with, okay? And the pen is actually like a fidget toy pen. So when you write, you can fiddle with all the bits on there. There are twisty bits, clicky bits. And I use fidget toys to help me concentrate in lessons or to stop my tics in public places. Sometimes it doesn't, often it doesn't. But when I'm in class, it helps me concentrate. So I'm not using them because they're fun or whatever. I'm using them to stop my tics and help me concentrate on my work. Which might sound a bit silly because you think, oh no, you're concentrating on the fidget toy. No, I'm not. It helps me concentrate on my work. So also, because of my OCD, it would probably be better if you don't go, oh, what's that? Oh, can I try that? Because, as I said before, with my OCD, I can't share things very often. I can't let people touch things. So that would probably be better if you avoided that as well. So my next thing is called Tictastic. So I have a blog and a YouTube channel called tictastic.com. On my blog, I do lots of blogs, so I write about my daily life, my Tourettes and my OCD, and my videos, I do reviews, I do interviews with friends, I do general sort of things about me, and if you want to see what I post each time I post something, you can subscribe to that if you want to. So thank you everybody for listening today. I hope it wasn't too boring. I made it as colourful as I could, just like me. I'm very colourful myself. And thank you for your understanding. I hope this helped you understand a little bit more about these conditions because they're not very well known. So thank you guys for understanding, listening and being here today. Let's hope we all have a great year in Year 8.